Alright, today we're in a different plane, and we're gonna just finish this off in the UK. So we are just north of Aldershot and gonna be heading down to a little oval track there. Then we're gonna head to the most famous track that isn't really a track, and then up north to an old track that no longer exists, and then all the way across the city to Brands, and then across the rest of the country over to, I can't even remember what it's called. I know I've heard it 100 times, but I'll look it up once we get there. But let's first get this thing up in the air and make sure that I can fly it. Do not know, first time in it, so this may be a absolute mess, but let's finish this UK trip off and then figure out what we're gonna do after that. Up nice and smooth. Gear up. What direction are we headed right now? We are headed almost east. So what we're going to need to do is make a right turn, I believe. Head a bit south here. And head in this direction, I think, but let's go ahead and put autopilot on, which should hold us a little bit. Then get our heading. Which heading is it going off of? Okay. Yeah, so we got the other airport here, so we're headed right in the proper direction. And when I say right, in the right direction. What's this button? Whoops. Nope. Did not mean to click on that. I don't know. We got lots of flashing happening. Let's pop outside real quick. Alright, we're looking off over in this area, I believe, for a little oval, or we're already past it. No, it was around this little, what looks to be military. And I think right there, I pointed directly at it. That's perfect. So, paved oval down here. And that was just Aldershot Raceway. So, one of the short little oval tracks. And I think we can kind of keep heading in this direction and get to where we're going. Although we need to trim this thing. Don't need to be climbing. We're going to do a little bit of a down, then back up, and then we'll start heading to the west or the east. A little bit of fog. Since we're going off of real weather today because it wasn't absolutely horrible. This is probably a little inaccurate because it's nighttime right there. Man, does this have an altitude hold? It doesn't really. We're just gonna be skipping a bit. So we're not going anywhere close to the water, and we might actually need to make a turn. It feels like we're already too far. Would have been smarter to grab a plane with GPS, but here we are. Change in the terrain data. There we go. That's where we want to head. This one that I used. It was. So, not really a racetrack, but the Top Gear test track. So we're gonna head over there. See if I can get this thing leveled off. We're going 130, 135. We'll just try to hold that. So up that way is London, and actually it looks like it's a bit cloudy, foggy there. This should be the test track. But obviously it's just probably going to look like an airport. Because that is what almost everything in the UK is an airport or airfield. Alright, so we got this thing sort of leveled off. We're still climbing a little bit. Try to keep an eye on that. Back the power down just a little more. But closing in here, and you should be able to see, you got the figure 8 here, little hammerhead or whatever the hell they called it here, and loop back around the final 2 corners, start line there. You might still see some of the look on it, because I don't know if this is even used as an actual airport. It might still be. At least this runway. But there is that. I think you can see a little bit of the paint on there. Who knows? Could be making it up. So, nothing too exciting there. Now we're going to head almost directly north. Go look at Brooklands. Another airfield that was turned into a racetrack that was then turned into an industrial park. But this will be on the outskirts of the London metro area. And there will be a lot of flying over the cities to get to the next track. There's a couple other smaller dirt oval areas south here, but not worth looking at those, so we're gonna head up to the north and then work our way across the southern side of the city. It is fogging up. Alright, let's kick it into gear a little bit here. Without climbing too much. So we got quite a ways to go. So we're going to trim this out a little bit more. Otherwise we're going to end up at like 6,000 by the time we get there. We're going straight north. We will have to start turning a little bit to the right as we get closer. Got this ridge again that I believe we crossed on our way to Goodwood. It's not as high here. Sitting at 4,500. Just try to remind myself to double check that. Actually, we are not that far away. I thought we were far away, but we are not, because those are the lakes just north of Brooklands. Gotta remember to put the S on it. And there is Brooklands. Everything's just so much smaller in the UK compared to what I'm used to flying in the US, so my looking at a map and thinking how long it's going to take me is always way off here. Large runway there for being out in the middle of nowhere. Obviously, I'm gonna assume old air base that is slowly getting eaten away. But As was Brooklands, you can see the loop around. I believe these are the big bank tunnel or turns in the trees. We have that, and we're starting to get into urban area. Bunch of cart tracks, so through the center of it. Now we need to head almost directly east. That should take us to Brands Hatch. Which is actually going to be a little bit harder to spot, I think, just looking at the map, because it's really covered up in trees. Kind of hides itself. Alright, we're at 5,000 now, so this thing is, once again, more power you give it, the more it wants to climb. Then if you trim it down and you start going down, then it wants to climb more because it's going faster, and it's this annoying battle. And my joystick is not great, so trying to fly it just a little bit with manual controls is a bit difficult as well. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to see a whole lot to our left. Pretty sure most of the big soccer stadiums are north of the river. But London itself is not very good on photogrammetry, so it's not worth flying over like some, although London's actually quite far north from here. I don't even know if we can see the river. Yeah, with this fog, we're not going to be able to see. Alright, we're finally dropping back down. Just pop out for a look, see what we got around us. Houses, 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 houses. Soccer complex. Looks like anywhere else in the world other than the angles on all the streets. You have a bigger, maybe town center up here. What would that be? Look at some of the wobbly streets and see if we can connect them to the other spaghetti that's on this map. Might actually be a go-kart track. Right. There. Look at that. Perfect timing. Pretty sure that's kart track. Track motor racing. Don't know if it's an actual track or just a show up and pay and drive, but I think that's it. Is there a golf course right north of it? Yeah, I think that's it. Is there a big ass IKEA over here? Probably. Yeah, waterworks treatment, so kart track there. Wasn't even planning on getting that. So we are in Croydon. Never heard of it. Tons of golf courses though. Alright. That's going to take us, this one we're not going to spot because it's an RC racetrack, but we're actually probably right over top of it. I'll never spot it though, not knowing where it is, something that small. I mean, at least we're sort of out of the fog. I don't know, maybe we're in the fog. If we keep heading this direction, towns are going to start to fade away, as they are. And we just need to kind of look a bit to the south. So like in this area. And we'll eventually run into Brands Hatch. We are dropping altitude now. It somehow leveled off at going 200 negative vertical speed. They like their circle buildings out here too. I've noticed that. I don't know if it's just AI, the way they're generating something that is obvious and I should know, but alright, so we're looking for two main roads to match up. Oh, cat just got fed. I've got a spot where we're at now. We haven't gone past, have we? Where are we? I'm lost. I don't want to start turning down because that's going to really throw me off on my track. Alright, there's a stretchy lake over there. We got a stretchy lake that I can see. Yes, Brands is gotta be. Where you at? Right in front of us. Look at that. Perfect aim. Got this West Kingsdown little town right next to Brands. So, luckily this bit's out of the trees, but then when it goes back into the Grand Prix layout, it just gets lost in the woods. There we go. My favorite track, the Indy version. But yeah, I didn't realize that there was a town just like right up against the straight there. There we have Brands Hatch. And now from here, we've got to head. See if I can accidentally aim directly at it this time. Just head in this direction. We're going to go to Lydden Hill, down by Dover, and next to the airport that we're planning on landing at. Let's gain some altitude here. Alright, so this looks like the Maidstone area. Off to our left here. So I know that town name as a football manager. And some of out this direction, some of the terrain is really dark and funky looking. I don't know if it was just wet or what, but it almost looks like everything is burnt in some places. And as we get closer to the channel, especially by Dover, you're going to start being able to see France on the horizon. So this is actually Larkfield, Smalling, Aylesford, Leybourne. Then that leads into Maidstone. Which is here. This bigger blob. And you got the channel, and you can just barely see France across it. So we don't need to be on this road. Actually, turn back a bit. Almost go fully east. Some badly generated buildings. With the AI, we're actually still following this road. I need to go, just need to go east. Follow that road, it's going to take us to I don't even know what the town is. Go in this direction for a bit. Catch the A2. That'll take us to Lydden Hill. Yeah, so I believe this is the M20 that we're crossing here. There's going to be another road heading down that we'll be able to follow and be able to easily see where we want to go. Head back in the cockpit. Now, right up here, there's a horse track that I don't know if they actually do any like flat track motorcycles stuff there, but that is showing up on my map. I'm looking for the M2. Must be this here. And then the A2 is probably that leading into Dover over there. This town just directly in front of us is Faversam. And that'll actually have the road out of it to go down there. So we're going to start turning a little bit now. Oh, and I wasn't actually, I thought I was pointed east, but we're a little bit north as well. That's why we're getting so close to the water. We've climbed back up to 5,000. I think we're going to be landing on another grass strip. It's a glider club though, so should be nice and wide, and I think it's a 3,000 feet runway. Alright. Time to manually hold altitude here because this thing is not wanting to fly well. Bounced around a bit too out here. Canterbury is the next town down there, it looks like. Pretty much be going south of that, so we'll turn a little bit more. What's going on outside around here? Farms, 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 farms. A lot of farms. Wonder if we could get there we go. No, we got no wind or anything like you have with all the U.S. airports. Pretty much everyone you can tune to, but this is kind of a private lighting club, I assume, so. There is Dover Raceway as well, just south of Lydden. It looks like a dirt oval. No, maybe a dirt oval. I can't really tell. Let's zoom in and see. Yeah, dirt oval. We might be able to, we'll just swing down there, do a loop, and check out the cliffs, and then land if we can find the airport. Alright, I know what the airport looks like now. Should be able to find all of this. Pop out because we might actually be close. Oh no, we're not even close. Not as close as I thought, but it's got to be coming up. I don't know. Everything is just so close together here. So you're gonna have the road going down. Be just off the road, so it's got it. There it is, straight in front of us. Once again, perfect point. And then I think the runway that we're landing at is right there. it's a little further. Alright, let's hop outside. Starting to see Lydden Hills. So I believe just a rallycross track and not anything that you can... Maybe you can do an outer loop that isn't, but it looks like it's just pure rallycross. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was on one of the dirt games, but I didn't really play that all that much. Alright, let's head south. And that should take us... We've actually got... We've got two things here. We've got Dover Raceway, and then we've got MXCP, which has like a little track. I don't know if we're going to be able to see both. I feel like we're not going south. Yeah, we are going south, okay. Alright, there's Dover. Didn't point at it. So, Dover Raceway, right there. A little bit different than our Dover. Not a monster mile. And just back up the road. We're actually not even on the same road. It's back there? No. I'm lost. There's Dover. And then somewhere back there. So we can turn hard enough to catch that. We got the cliffs of Dover right there. You got France over there. Not very far away. I have lost the track, or whatever it was that we were going to look at. Yeah, it's back in there somewhere, but we'll just fly out over here and then go find our Channel Gliding Club. Be back in there somewhere. So yeah, the cliffs of Dover. Autopilot off. Yep. Alright, are you gonna actually fly for me? Turn. I don't know if that's holding me back or what, but alright. There we go. Now it wants to fly. So there are the cliffs. A lot of crazy people with houses were right next to it. From what I've seen when I fly over in game. Seems to be, I don't know what that was. A little ghost ship out there, apparently. Yeah, you can see that they just kind of fade out into here, creates the nice little port, and you get the town of Dover. Alright, let's see if I can even get this thing to do what I need it to do, because it is flying very strange right now. First we gotta spot this grass strip. And then we'll get lined up for it. I think the winds are really, really strong. That's what's going on. Alright, so it should be up this way. Right as the road bends back. Unless I am looking at the wrong road. But I don't believe I am. There it is. Okay. Got the strip there. Trees on both ends. Yeah, this one's going to be a pain. Alright. Let's fly out this direction. There's that burnt, wet look that I was talking about. Oh man, this thing is really... I don't know if it's my trim, because we were trimmed out so much. Let's try to get it to trim into this so that I'm not fighting it so much. Okay. Yep. Deal with some beeping for a second. Just gonna gear out now so that it stops whining at me. Flaps up. Slowly rotate around and hopefully be able to see the strip and not lose it. I don't know if we've flown away far enough, but got it. Alright. Might actually be a fairly easy landing. Not like the last one. That little farm strip. Although we're really booking it. Full flaps. Creating as much drag as we can. I think we got a big crosswind off the channel. Feel like we're getting pushed hard to the right. It up. A little bit of left rudder. At least came in from the right direction. Not a whole lot of trees at this end. Looks like we're going to be going uphill as well. Got a flattened glider at the end of the runway. Or strip, I should say. Power off. And there we go. Plenty of room. Alright, well, I know we didn't go see Knock Hill, but Scotland, you don't want to be part of UK anyway, so that works out, right? I didn't see much of anything else up there. I'm sure there was more up there, but it didn't look like the trip was going to be worth it if I went up to Scotland just for that track. But I could be wrong. I mean, there might be a bunch of karting tracks up there. Yeah, looks like there's quite a bit up there, but yeah, that's it for this. I will see what, if any, more flying I do. I might take a break from it as I do some F1 videos. I do have the American Truck Sim going to Nebraska, so I got to do that. But hope you've enjoyed these little flights. Kind of gives me a better idea of the UK on where all these tracks actually are. Thanks for watching.